Hello tout le monde, je vous fais cette première vidéo pour vous annoncer cette série de vidéos à venir, donc qui est sur des portraits de femmes du monde. C'est un projet qui me tenait à cœur parce que je voyage beaucoup et je suis assez féministe. Et du coup, je voulais un peu lier les deux et je trouvais ça super intéressant de voir les conditions des femmes et comment les femmes pouvaient penser et vivre dans les autres pays du monde, parce que nous on connaît la France, mais dans plein d'autres pays, les femmes pensent, vivent différemment, ont une culture différente, et je trouve ça super intéressant comme sujet à aborder. Et donc de voir comment elles vivent le fait d'être femmes dans leur pays. Donc là, je reviens juste du Brésil et j'ai interviewé une Brésilienne. Donc vous allez voir la vidéo, j'espère que ça va vous plaire et que je vais pouvoir continuer cette série de vidéos. Vous me direz ce que vous en pensez. La vidéo elle est un peu longue, mais on parle de plein de sujets différents. Donc on parle donc du fait d'être, le fait d'être une femme brésilienne dans son pays. On parle aussi du jugement de la société sur son apparence physique, de sexisme, de féminisme. Et on parle aussi du nouveau président brésilien. Voilà, je vous laisse découvrir tout ça. C'est parti.
So, Thamires, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And can you introduce yourself? Your name, age, what you do in your life, where you come from?
Sure. I'm Thamires. I'm 24 years old. I came from Minas Gerais. It's a state next to Rio de Janeiro. And I'm a nurse. I decided to quit my last job because I was feeling a pressure that I didn't want to feel. So I quit my last job to travel around Brazil, and later in September I'm going to move to the US.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
That's me.
And what's your hobbies in life?
Oh my god, I do so many things.
Yeah.
Actually.
What do you like?
I love playing volleyball. Like, this is my favorite sport. So I normally, here in Rio, I'm playing volleyball now. So it's been nice. And I love to hang out with friends, drink my beers, go to the parties, and I'm a really party girl.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my hobbies.
Okay, that's nice. How did you grow up as a girl? Did you feel equal as boy when you were a child? Or
No.
How was your education as a girl?
Well, my education, like talking about my parents, actually, it was very restricted. They were very restricted on me and my sister. I have a sister, she is younger. And we always were taught that we are really different from boys. Like, we don't have the same toys. Oh. The toys are different. Everything is different. Yeah. So it makes us to feel like inferior as boys since we are a child. So it's really difficult to grow up as a girl in a world that is prepared for boys. Yeah. So for me, like when I was a child, my father and my mother, they always said to me, oh, you can do this, but don't do that because it's a thing for a boy. Yeah, and then I would say, what's a boy thing and what's a girl thing? Like, I can do whatever I want. But at that time, I was just a kid, so I was like, okay, it's for boys, not for me. And now it's like, thank God that we deconstruct our minds. Like we are living and seeing things, so we are deconstructing what we think, and that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I see. And is marriage is compulsory, obligatory for you? I mean, you want to be married one day?
I don't know. Maybe if I find someone who is really like I don't know how to explain. I think I have to feel something that I haven't felt yet. Okay. So I have to feel the love that everybody says before getting married. So I know when I get to know this person, I will know that the person is this person. But I don't know.
But you want to get married?
Maybe. I don't know. I have never thought about this actually, but I think yes, because I want to be a mother. So yeah, probably I'm gonna get married.
Okay, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Do you want to have children one day?
Yeah, I want to raise a child one day. However, I know that's too difficult to do this nowadays. Like, to put a child in the world today is something that you have to think a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's too difficult to raise a child like nowadays. So I want to be a mother. This is yes for this question.
Okay.
I want to be a mother, but I have to think like maybe in 5 or 10 years, I don't know, but in the future, like in the long future. Yeah.
Not for now.
No, for now, definitely not for now.
Is sexuality is taboo in your family?
Yeah, it has always been a taboo. Maybe it can change now, because like my mother, she always taught us, like she always talked to us. However, she talked to teach us what the things were, and at the same time she was saying like, oh, but you can't do this because this is something like we are a religious family, you know. So she always used religion against these sexual things. Yeah. So me and my sister, when my sister she has like this taboo more with her than me. Like I'm more open to it. But yes, in my family it has been always a taboo, definitely.
Okay. Do you feel free sexually talking? Do you feel judged by your partners or society?
I think I choose the person who I'm going to talk about sexuality. Like normally a close friend, or if I'm in a relationship, my partner, because I think like sexuality needs to be a topic in a relationship. So if you are in a relationship with someone, you have to talk about sex, and not only sex, the action, about sexuality and things that involve it. So I'm always open with the ones I know I can be open, because it's really difficult to talk. Like I'm really proud of all women we have in Brazil that go in public and talk about sexuality, because women is still very discriminated by talking about it. So
for the society,
exactly, the society is like they think they can judge like others, and we are still very judged by doing this, talking about sexuality. And we are trying to change this reality. This is good because our generation is trying to change it.
How do you feel as a Brazilian woman in your country?
Well, nowadays we talk a lot about having the place of speaking, to have the right of speaking about something. I have the right of speaking about women, and I had never like suffered something really big, but we women, we suffer things like this, bad things in relation to our body and to our sexuality and to our gender every day. We listen to someone saying something about our body. We listen to someone asking things to us. So we are all the time facing this things, these bad things in relation to our sexuality, our body. And if something happens to a woman here in Brazil, first people are going to ask, oh, but how was she dressing at that time? But she was wearing a skirt. No, she deserved it. So people in Brazil are still like this. Of course, we have like lots of exceptions, thank God. So being a Brazilian woman is difficult, because we have to deal with this every day.
You always judged by people.
Of course, all the time, and we have like to suffer against, and we have nowadays here in Brazil, we are facing a really difficult time. We have a president who is against women, who is against our rights, who is against, like, his speech is based on hate. So we are facing difficult times because he's all the time putting the women under men.
He's very patriarchal.
Yeah, he is. He's all the time saying things against women and putting our rights and ourselves under men. So this is really bad. So we have our rights and we have our place. Equally. It should be equally. It should be equally. But we are having these problems, and all of this together makes even difficult for us to be a Brazilian woman. But we are here. We are resisting. We are strong.
Yeah, sure. And do you feel safer in Brazil?
No. I'm afraid every day when I go anywhere, because we can.
Even during the day.
Even during the day. Here, like, I'm not talking especially about Rio, I'm talking about Brazil. We don't know when something can happen. It's better to be aware of anything. So yeah, we have to be aware, and I'm afraid of going out, and I'm afraid of facing my sister going out, my cousin going out. So, but yeah, we have to do it. We can't stay at home only, so we go and we pray for the best. So that's how we live normally. But yes, I think it's a question, if you ask to any Brazilian woman, she's going to say exactly the same.
I see. Do you feel pressure from the society about your physical, your appearance?
Yeah. Especially because I have tattoos and I have piercing. Yeah, we still have it here in Brazil. The fact of I'm black, even though like here in Brazil people have this bad habit of talking, you're not black, you're brown. It's not brown, it's black. And I'm black, so, but I'm not, like, we have different types of, it's strange to talk about it. We are all black, but we have black people who suffer more than I do. So we have this difference here too. So like I'm not here to talk that I've suffered something that a black person suffered, even though we both are black. There are some other black people who suffer like a lot here in Brazil. Brazil is still a racist country. So yes, we suffer we are judged for everything, for our skin color, for our choices, for our tattoos, for our piercings, for our gender.
Yeah, for your physical as woman.
If we are like, we have a nice body, we are judged. If we are like, we are not happy with our body, we are judged. Like, we are always judged. That's really bad. Like, I think the person needs to accept and like herself or himself. And here, like, I don't think it's only here in Brazil. It's something from, it's human being.
It's not only in Brazil.
People judge all the time. We judge all the time. So we forget sometimes that the only person who needs to be happy is the person.
It's her.
It's you with your body.
Yeah.
It's you with your body.
Yeah.
It's she with her body.
Yeah. For example, what kind of problem women can have in Brazil?
The worst problem we're facing, and we have to talk about it, is domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, we are facing no, because we face this situation like since always. And we have to deal with the comments from the society that something happened to lead the man to do what he did, or he did it because she was doing something wrong. We still hear this type of comments, and like we facing domestic violence, and I'm not talking about physically, especially. Of course, physically is like the thought. I think it's like for someone to hit you or to punch you, it's something really big, so it's a really huge problem.
But there
we
is
have
also
like the psychological thing. We have we have many women here who depend on the person, on their partner,
and they are influenced by the person.
Exactly. It makes this person not to try to get away or to go to the police. I think the worst problem we are facing, like against women, is the domestic violence and the violence in general. I think we have facing this quite a lot nowadays. It's not only in Brazil. I would say I saw some statistics that says that in every 7 seconds a woman suffers by domestic violence. That's huge. That's a huge number. So we have to be aware of this. This is for me the worst thing now. Unfortunately, I feel really sad to say this. Seriously, it's really bad.
It's really bad, but it's not only Brazil. Actually, it's everywhere. I don't know how it is here. If it's huge.
I don't know how we are going to continue living in society and women taking their places in the world, but like with this mentality. I don't know what happens to men that they act like this, like it's not instinct. It's not instinct. It's something that is missing in their education, in their values.
Education is very important.
It's something that is missing, definitely.
Yeah. What is feminism for you?
I love talking about it. Feminism is a movement. It's important people to know that it's not the same like as machism. It's completely the opposite. So people need to know this. And feminism for me is freedom. It means freedom. It means the right that someone in the past fighted hardly to get. So feminism I have to go with it. I have to be on it, because if I'm here today, it's because of feminism. So feminism is we have to bring it to our life, and we have to educate people about what feminism is, for them to be with us in this fight. Because we are constantly fighting for this. So feminism is freedom. That's freedom. For me it's freedom.
Can you describe yourself as a feminist person?
Oh my God, I fight a lot. I have friends, and my dad, he's really angry at me sometimes because I fight a lot. Like, I don't like to see something wrong happening. Like, if someone talks to me about something that I intend, this is bad, this is racism, or this is machismo, sexism, like, I fight against it. So I'm a militant. I like to fight against things that are that are not good for society, for people. We have to fight against.
Yeah, you want to talk about this with people.
Yeah, and I always try to educate, because I think education is the base of everything. When I say fight, it's not that I punch and all. I try to educate this person for the person to see that it's right in this way or in that way. Of course, we're not always 100% right. I don't know everything. I'm constantly learning new things and deconstructing my mind. We are in constantly deconstruction. So we have to bring it to our lives, to get to know that we have to deconstruct ourselves every day. So when I'm talking about feminism and other rights too, I like to say that I'm always like trying to educate people and trying to understand why you think like this, why do you think like that. We don't have to be enemies, like our society taught us to be enemies. We don't have to be enemies, we have to be friends. And being friends, we are going to go like further, much further. Yeah, that's it.
Do you think that women should be feminist?
Of course, because as I said, if we are here, it's because of feminism. We didn't come here like if it wasn't for the women who fight in the past. So being feminist should be an obligation for each woman. But we know that it's not like that. But that's a shame. We can try to talk, and that's what we should do. Educate, and hope this person can understand what feminism really is. Yeah, that's important. When people start to understand what feminism really is, we are going to start walking. Things are going to get better.
And to change.
Yeah, for sure. I strongly believe it. Seriously. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. If you could change something about women in your country, what would it be?
I will change men's minds. Because I think I don't have to change women. We are just being ourselves. I think I will change men's minds, because I think they have once in life to understand that she's a woman, but she's exactly like you. She has the same rights as you. Her body is her body. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to say things about it. She has the right of doing what she wants to do. Like, they had to understand that no is no. That's really important. So that's the thing I will change in Brazil. I would make men understand that no is no, and that's it.
Thank you so much.
It was so amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I love it.